A dog whisperer is somebody who has developed a high level of awareness and understanding of the mind and natural instincts of the canine species. This allows human and dog to form a deep connection free of the many constraints humans normally put in the way. Because us humans and our dogs are a different species, we often encounter difficulties in communicating effectively with each other. We can't just sit down with them and have a conversation over a nice cup of coffee, like we would with our human friends. But what can we do? I'll get into that a little later, but you could say that being a dog whisperer means that you have broken down these barriers of communication and have developed a very real form of two-way communication with dogs. A dog whisperer realigns her methods of communication so that it matches up with and is relevant to dogs. Unfortunately, the majority of human-dog relationships in this world are one-way, lopsided affairs. It's usually us humans endlessly issuing commands or reprimanding our dogs, seemingly oblivious to what our dogs are actually feeling and trying to communicate to us. Look at it this way: think of a very dominant, overbearing person you have come across in your own life. In my case, it was a boss I had a few years back. This person probably doesn't care much for how you are feeling and what your thoughts are. They just want to get their message across to you and tell you off when you don't reach their standards. When you do try to do or say something, they fail to acknowledge your attempts or simply ignore you. How do you feel? Frustrated, helpless, and probably much worse. I believe many of our dogs live in this type of restrictive environment every day. Our dogs are constantly reaching out and trying to communicate with their human family, but somehow it seems to go unnoticed or at least misinterpreted. The thing is, our dogs are continually speaking to us in their language. They communicate with us and each other through various means, using energy, body language, scent, facial expression, the movement of ears and tail, overall posture, and voice, barking, growling. As you can see, most of these signals or expressions are nonverbal, whereas humans communicate in a mainly verbal manner. What a dog whisperer does is acknowledge the difference between human and dog. A dog live in the present moment, back, so what he is picking up on and understands these gestures are dogs' raised voice and threatening body language. When you do this, may have also learned what the consequences are when you arrive home in this type of mood. He was probably waiting for the shoe to come his way, a manner which is appropriate. This scenario is an example of how us humans and our dogs view the very same situation from an entirely different perspective. Instead of merely issuing and about understanding and recognizing that these differences exist, then acting accordingly. When we are in this position of understanding our dogs, it's only logical that we are better placed to address their problems and shape their behavior. Many dog trainers and dog behaviorists around the world not as a fluffy four-legged human tagged to their names. They respect a dog for what it is, and ones are Mother Nature and the natural instincts of the canine species. Dog Whisperer on the National Geographic Channel afforded this same respect, a brilliant level of understanding, DVD titled "Many Well-Intentioned, a Compassionate, Non-Violent Approach to Dog Training," and the best of everything. Then there is John Richardson from Australia, etc. But this is not what dogs actually crave. You'll probably find someone who practices dog whispering in your area too. Needs of the dog. If you'd like to learn how to use peaceful, dog whispering and well-balanced in your own training, I suggest this all-too common scenario. You arrive home from a hard day at the office to find that your beloved dog has once again chewed up the cushions that were nicely decorating the sofa. When you open up the lines of communication with your dog, in a raised voice, you can't swear at him, but impact on the entire relationship and bond you share. You then throw your shoe at him as utilizing down to pick up the mess. Techniques in your training as you are blowing off steam in your environment is avoiding your dog chooses down low with eyes looking up, almost feel intimidated or with tail firmly tucked under the hind legs. At this point, many dog owners look at their dog motivational, non-violent, and based on repetition and positive reinforcement. Just look at how guilty he looks. In many ways, it replicates the wrong how dogs interact with each other. Your dog doesn't think Mother Nature like a human, and he doesn't have a clue what of the dog rambling on about. It's a give and take process. He makes no connection just like any functional working relationship. In practical terms, a dog whisperer uses observation skills, watches, listens, identifies, interprets and develops an understanding of the dog's actions, feelings, and needs. She also uses energy, voice in a soft tone, subtle movements, body language, and scent, in a consistent, reliable manner. You can be sure that the dogs involved will be studying and picking up on all of these gestures, regardless of how subtle they may appear to be. Yes, like anything, there will be some people who are better at dog whispering than others. It certainly can be learned though. Dog whispering is not hocus pocus or voodoo, it is there for anybody to do if you just take the time and effort. You can start right now by really studying your own dog, watching other dogs interact with each other at the park, and if possible, monitoring a skilled dog trainer at work. If you are interested in learning more about dog whispering, dog psychology, and how to apply it in your dog training, I'd highly recommend The Dog Whisperer, A Compassionate, Nonviolent Approach to Dog Training, by Paul Owens. If you read this book, and watch the lessons in Paul's DVD, of the same name, you will have all the tools you need to become a dog whisperer.